The red carpet will be rolled out for the new Fab Four trademark in Glasgow this week. Prince Charles and Prince William will be joined by Camilla and Kate at COP26 in Scotland, TMS second city. The Queen was due to attend and host a diplomatic reception, but announced last week that she had regretfully accepted Dr. TMS advice to stay at Windsor Castle. She will instead send a pre-recorded message to the world leaders and delegates. William and Kate, who were always due to support Her Majesty at Monday TMS reception, still attended. The Cambridges have just returned from a half-term holiday with their 3 children, Prince George, 8, Princess Charlotte, 6 and Prince Louis, 3. They were seen at Heathrow Airport last week, checking into the luxury Windsor Suite. Since Prince Philip TMS' death earlier this year, other royals have had to step up to the plate. The Duke was associated with some 992 charities in some way, shape or form, although he stepped down from royal duties in 2017 aged 96. His role was not just limited to a professional level, however, it was on a familial level too. Philip was very much the peacemaker within the royal family, according to royal expert Katie Nicholl. She told the 2021 documentary Kate, a young queen-in-waiting trademark, that the Duchess of Cambridge has started to fill this void in some respects. She said, "Kate has been, very much, a peacemaker behind the scenes. It TMS no secret that the brothers fell out really very badly. At one point they weren't TMT even talking. There have been deep strains and tensions, and a rift which has really divided the heart of the royal family. Kate," Ms Nicholl said, "has found this very upsetting. She said the Duchess ultimately brought them together." She continued, "In many ways, the royal family have lost the patriarchal figure. Prince Philip was often the one who would sort out rifts within the family, and here was Kate stepping into that role. I don't TMT think anyone could have watched the funeral and not thought of the brothers walking behind Diana TMS coffin. William didn't TMT want to walk and Philip said to him, 'If I walk, will you walk?' Trademark, and I think we TMV almost seen Kate say to William, 'If I talk, will you talk?' Trademark. She instigated what seemed like a very natural coming together of the boys, and they did talk." Ms Nicholl was referring to reports that William was initially hesitant to walk behind his mother TMS coffin at her funeral in 1997, but his grandfather promised he would walk with him to support him. Then, at Philip TMS' own funeral, Kate appeared to manoeuvre the brothers to speak to one another. She was seen speaking to Prince Harry, before they were joined by William, and then Kate left the brothers to speak alone. In recent years, William TMS' relationship with his brother Harry has been very strained. The pair TMS feud escalated, according to Ms Nicholl, when William urged his brother to take his time and not rush into anything with then-girlfriend Meghan Markle. She said, "That really was the beginning of what was, up until then, an unbreakable brotherly bond." Harry is said to have taken offence at the advice and that distance began to emerge between them. William recently mentioned his brother by name in a speech at a reception to thank the donors who contributed to the Princess Diana statue, which Harry did not attend. Ms Nicholl, however, emphasized the importance of Kate instigating the brothers talking. She said, "Kate wouldn't TMT admit it, but she is actually quite like the late Duke of Edinburgh, very modest, but she played an important role in that." It has been suggested that Harry and Meghan could return to the UK this Christmas after the Queen TMS' recent stay in hospital. It would have been their first Christmas as a family of 4 in California after the birth of Lilibet in June. Mr Myers said, "I don't TMT think we would have seen them. They TMV just moved to California, it TMS going to be their first Christmas over there, as a family of 4. However, this does slightly change things, and will Harry want to get on a plane?" He added, "Anything can happen, and I think they might just change their mind on this occasion." Royal family account shared 3 throwback photographs, showing a few moments where the Queen has been pictured behind the lens to mark the occasion. One image features Prince Charles and Princess Anne being shown how to use a camera by the Queen, taken at Balmoral in 1952. Many claim the image is significantly poignant as currently the Queen and fellow senior royals are at Balmoral amid crisis talks related to the Prince Andrew scandal. The second image featured the head of state behind a yellow compact camera during a visit to the South Sea islands of Tuvalu in 1982, and features the monarch with the late Duke of Edinburgh at her side. The third, showing the Queen posing with the same camera, originates from Lindsay Park Stud in South Australia, and was taken in 1977. The post from the royal family account comes as Kate, Duchess of Cambridge and Prince William marked the occasion by recognising some of Britain's youngest photographers. The Duchess is a keen amateur photographer and often shares images she has taken of her children to mark their birthdays, or occasions such as their participation in the Big Butterfly Count earlier this month. In a Twitter post, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge tweeted to mark the National Day by saying, "Photography has an amazing ability to create a lasting record of what we have all experienced and are experiencing. That TMS why this hashtag World Photography Day we wanted to celebrate the youth of the hashtag HoldStill 2020 photography project and share images from the youngest finalists." The hashtag HoldStill 2020 refers to a photography initiative coined by the couple during lockdown, where they asked members of the public to capture images that reflect the COVID-19 pandemic to be used in a digital exhibition. The Duchess whittled more than 31,000 entries down to a top 100 alongside a panel of 5 judges, and some images from the youngest finalists were shared on social media today. Alongside the series of images, the tweet reads, "There is so much talent, creativity, and curiosity displayed in each and every one of these pictures." The youngest photographer, 4-year-old Connie, from Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, snapped her mum administering an at-home haircut to her partner. While another image shared by 17-year-old Marcella, shows her mother homeschooling her little brother when schools were closed for much of the pandemic. The images are curated in a book released by the Duchess earlier this year entitled, Hold Still, A Portrait of Our Nation in 2020, which features the 100 final portraits selected from the entrants. The book, which explains why the concept means so much to Kate, topped the bestseller list on its first day of release. The introduction reads, "When we look back at the COVID-19 pandemic in decades to come, we will think of the challenges we all faced, the loved ones we lost, the extended isolation from our families and friends, and the strain placed on our key workers. But we will also remember the positives, the incredible acts of kindness, the helpers and heroes who emerged from all walks of life, and how together we adapted to a new normal. Through Hold Still, I wanted to use the power of photography to create a lasting record of what we were all experiencing, to capture individuals, stories and document significant moments for families and communities as we lived through the pandemic." The National Portrait Gallery, London, is the home and archive of the images, and in a tweet they referred to this being an honour, and stated it was lovely to see these brilliant images again. Monarch, 95, will reportedly miss this year's Royal Horticultural Society TMS, RHS, Chelsea Flower Show, as the Royal is currently at Balmoral. Other members of the royal family still plan on attending the event, including the Earl and Countess of Wessex, the Princess Royal, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, and Princess Alexandra. The RHS annual event, beloved by Her Majesty, was moved from its original date in May due to COVID restrictions. At the time, Sue Biggs, RHS Director General, spoke about postponing the famous event. "In these challenging times we have always followed government advice and made difficult, responsible decisions with the health and safety of people our key concern. Whilst we are sad to have had to delay RHS Chelsea and are sorry for the disruption this will cause, we are excited that we are still planning to bring the world TMS best loved gardening event to the nation at a time when more people are gardening more than ever. The Queen has rarely missed a show, and this will be the first time in 16 years where she will not be seen at the event. Since becoming monarch in 1953, the Queen is thought to have missed only 10 shows. The most recent Chelsea Flower Show, when the Queen was absent in 2005, Her Majesty was visiting Canada. The Queen became patron of the RHS Chelsea Flower Show in 1952 and is reportedly one of the first guests to turn up to the show on the first day. The RHS has said that the monarch brings in crowds of up to 157,000 every year. This year's event is held from Tuesday, September 21st, but the royal remains in Balmoral, as is customary for this time in the year. The event was cancelled last year due to the pandemic, a historic move as the last time the show was cancelled was during the Second World War. The first show was known as the Great Spring Show and was on May 20, 1913. While the King and Queen were not present for the debut show over a century ago, the King's mother, Queen Alexandra, attended with two of her children. At the 2021 show, visitors are able to see gardens where the very best garden designers gather to showcase cutting-edge design and ideas. RHS Chelsea is being held in September for the first time, meaning it coincides with the Chelsea History Festival, held at 3 major heritage sites along the Royal Hospital Road, including the Royal Hospital Chelsea, the RHS website describes. Here the Chelsea pensioners reflect on their involvement in the Korean War, take a tour of the Chelsea Physic Garden, London TMS oldest botanical garden, or join Jonathan Dimbleby and Andrew Roberts as they discuss Operation Barbarossa.